What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen, how to cook. And today, baby, we are making tender oven baked barbecue ribs in the kitchen, fast, easy, and simple. Make sure you subscribe and turn on your post notification so you will always know when I upload brand new videos. After all, I'm returning goodies. Una done no set, una girl loving, una ready for cook. Come on, let's cook.
Look what prayer can do. Hypocrite and bad mind must flow. The same mouth would cheer for you, and the same one them would turn round and boo. Yeah, prayer me I use and win. Prayer me I use and win.
Okay, my darlings, let's cook. So I have my meat here, and it's been washed nice and clean with salt, lemon juice, and vinegar. Now I got some paper towel here, and I tap into it from back to front. Okay, so what I'm doing here, removing the water that I used to wash the meat, and whatever I used to wash it, just tap some of that water off, so that way when you season the meat, the seasoning will cling to the meat really good and give you the best flavored ribs in the oven. Now, to take the skin part, that part you don't want to leave on the ribs, because it does take longer to cook if you leave it on. So usually I just kind of start cutting it off from top, slit the bottom right here just to release it, just to tap it. Sometimes it gets really difficult to be removed, but if you follow this technique, it comes off really easily. Just start cutting the top part first, then go like into the middle there, release the skin top, the layer part, and just kind of give it a little space so you could get in between it. You could use your fingers, you could use a knife like I'm using here, or both. Okay, just release it right here. Very easy, right? And then it just peels right off when you do that. Okay, very easy. Now, y'all, if you are watching me cooking this oven baked ribs, you don't want to not watch me and not subscribe. If you have not already subscribed, just hit the subscribe goodie and turn on your post notifications so you won't miss any other uploads them. Because I know so when I watch the video, them in the button and not even thumbs them up. Make sure someone shows girl some love and thumbs up the videos, okay? Now, what I do after I remove that annoying skin top layer, I go in and I check to see if there's any external fat that I don't like. But you don't want to remove all the fat, because the fat does produce a lot of flavor to the ribs, and it also makes it nice and tender. Okay, so but what I normally do, again, I go back in and kind of make openings right there. So this technique ensures me that the seasonings will go directly on the meat itself. And you don't want to remove all of this, but you want to remove or just open some of the in-between bones. Okay, kind of open it and just make sure that the seasonings go in there. That's like I'm doing here. Very easy. All right, so our seasonings of choice that we're choosing rather to season this ribs is very simple. Of course, you could either substitute some of the choices that I'm going to use to season these ribs here, but again, make your kitchen your own. You could take away, you could add, but just be sure that you have made slits like I just did in the ribs. Whatever seasonings of choice you decide to use, and then go back in, use your clean paper towel and tap again into the meat just to make sure that you didn't in fact remove all the water that's added. Now what I'm doing here is adding some oil here, and this is any oil of your choice. That's the first thing you do before you start adding your seasoning in. Okay, so now I'm using some dressing here. Now this is French dressing. It gives it such a nice, beautiful flavor and taste. So once you put the oil on the meat, you want to go in and add the French dressing. Okay, They have several different kinds of French dressing. Choose which one you like. but this one I'm using has a really sweet kind of a taste to it, and believe me, it does a wonderful job for the ribs. Now I'm adding some salt here to give it flavor. Then I'm adding some black pepper here. All right, and y'all, let me tell you something. I'm not measure anything, you know, ma'am. I'm not going to put any measurements down below because you're going to make it your own. Okay, it depends on how big your ribs is. Now I am using some onion powder here, and then I'm adding some garlic powder. And like I always say, whenever I'm cooking meats of such, I always add more garlic powder than I do onion powder. And someone might ask me why, because I feel the garlic powder does a wonderful job more than onion powder even does. So that's why I like to add that flavor. Now I'm using my Grace all-purpose seasoning here. You could substitute that out for whatever it is that you like. Then I'm also adding some combo season, my Ocho-Rios combo season, and again you could substitute that out for whatever it is that you like. Now that's all I'm adding here. I'm just going to go ahead and turn it on the other side. You don't want to rub the bottom portion under the rib. Just leave the season and let it do its magic. You're going to go back and repeat adding the oil of your choice, then go back add the French dressing onto the top of the ribs. All right, this part, the top portion of your meat, and this is the one that I'm using here, the creamy French dressing. Okay, very creamy, and it does have a sweet taste to it. Now y'all, let me explain something here. On the top portion of the rib, you want to be able to add more seasoning. You're going to require more seasoning than you did underneath the bottom portion of the ribs. That makes any sense? More seasoning on top, less seasoning on the bottom, but however you want to make sure that you season every single part of this rib. Don't leave anything out. Just apply the dressing of your choice on the rib, okay? And just make sure everything is flowing. Then you go back and add some salt to it. Not a lot of salt on top, simply because all the other seasonings have salt in it, so you don't want to go in and add too much of that. Just go back and add some black pepper to it here. And so now I'm adding the onion powder. I'm gonna add some more garlic powder to it. And as you can see, I'm being generous. I'm not being stingy with my seasoning. I want this rib to have flavor, y'all. Flavor, okay? Flavor. So I went back and of course add more garlic powder than I did the onion powder. Now to that, we're going to go back in and add some more of that really good Ocho-Rios combo seasoning. A lot of you might not be able to find this combo seasoning. Just go ahead and substitute that out for whatever it is that you like. I'm adding some chili powder here to just give it a little kick. You know what I'm saying? A little kick. Not spicy, just kick it up a notch. Then I'm going to go in and add the paprika. The paprika gives it a nice color once you bake it up. And of course you could use smoked paprika if that's what you have. Then I'm going to go with this barbecue seasoning here. This barbecue seasoning is a little bit salty for me. But I'm not going to put too much of this. But it's going to give me the barbecue flavor that I need for this recipe. You just want to gently kind of tap in the top portion gently with clean fingers. You just tap it in, just kind of press the seasonings down on the meat, just like I'm doing here. All right, so now what I'm doing here next, I'm going to go in with some dried parsley flakes. I just kind of sprinkle that on the top of the meat here, just like so. Sprinkle, dabble, sprinkle along here. And then that's it. You had nothing else. I did have to cut my meat for it to hold on this tray here. Give it a nice little cut and just place it on. Put this in the oven and I'm going to let it bake up. It takes about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes on 375. Now y'all, you could go ahead and cover it up and put it in the oven if you'd like. It's going to have everything stay flat. But for me, I left mine uncovered. I wanted mine to have really crisped outside. If you cover it, it's going to remain flat in your baking container. But if you leave it uncovered, it might come up a little bit. Okay, it's going to release. You'll see what I'm talking about later on. But if you cover it, like I said, it's going to remain flat. But if you leave it uncovered, it gives it a nice crisp in the end. Now, while that's going on baking in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and make a glaze here because I'm going to need it for my finishing. I added some oil and vinegar here, just plain regular Shegla vinegar. And then I added my barbecue sauce, whatever is it that you like. I don't even know what that one is, but I just went ahead and added some barbecue sauce to it. And then I added some rosemary, dried rosemary, and some brown cane sugar. Yes, y'all, just go ahead and just combine all those things together. Very, very simple. And again, based on how much you're cooking, you could add more. Now, as you can see, it is all done uncovered, y'all. Uncovered. When you do it uncovered, the meat will release and it's going to do something different. Now, if you leave it covered, if you bake it covered, it will be flat. It won't raise like mine did, but this is how I want it. I wanted to have a certain type of texture on the outside. Oh my goodness, I can't even explain a thing. I just went ahead and just place that good sauce that we just made and just poured it on. I did cut it up to serve it up and then just pour the sauce all over it so you guys could have an idea how the sauce looks once you put it on here. Now you could have this up with rice and peas and baked potato, or you just could have some fried potato, whatever. Listen, make the thing your own. Just eat whatever you like to eat with this, and I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy it, right? That's it for now, y'all. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend. No summer love on her. I remember, from my kitchen to your kitchen. Enjoy.